everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo, and welcome to my thoughts video on Goblin Slayer, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Zombieland Saga a little bit too, just because I don't have enough to say about Goblin Slayer. About either one of these shows, to be perfectly honest. So, first thing, this is actually my second take, because the first time, I had some really bad syncing issues with the audio visuals. For some reason, I was recording my video, and by halfway through the video, the visuals were like way fucking behind the commentary, so I just decided to redo the whole video. Alright, so Goblin Slayer. I watched 3 episodes of that. Because, 3-episode rule. And, I don't like it. Let's go over a little bit of the plot summary just to get people up to speed. Goblin Slayer shows up and kills shit. That's pretty much it. Okay, but, episode 1, it gives us a little bit of an introduction to some stuff. Like, we got our main character, sort of. The little priestess blonde-haired girl who I don't even remember her fucking name because I don't think it's ever actually said what her name is. And she joins a small party of 4, counting her, and they go after some goblins because goblins are easy prey. Or that's what they thought until the main warrior guy gets his arm chopped off and gets killed because his sword is too long for the cave they're going in. The warrior chick gets like fucking raped. The mage, the magician girl gets poisoned with a fucking poison knife and almost raped. And the priestess girl barely escapes with her life after pissing herself. And then the Goblin Slayer shows up and heroically destroys all of the goblins and then kills a bunch of goblin children. The next 2 episodes are basically just we follow this character decimating goblins with some minor introduction to just background characters and maybe a couple of side characters. That's pretty much it. Episode 3 looks like it might be heading somewhere, but it's just, Goblin Slayer's just gonna go after some goblins, and like the only reason he's even helping at all is because he hates him some goblins. Fucking Christ, the show has nothing. Alright, let's go with the characters. At least the ones I actually can remember. Let's start with the Goblin Slayer, because that's the show's name, Goblin Slayer, and that's all this show ever does with Goblin Slayer. He slays goblins. Okay, despite my little hyping up of what he has done, like making it sound so epic, a Goblin Slayer. It's like, I'm just saying it like that because I find it entertaining. But, no, this character is completely fucking boring. He doesn't talk about anything other than slaying goblins. And whenever somebody brings up anything, he's just, I don't care. It's not about goblins, so I don't care. Why doesn't this guy why are you a warrior? Why are you an adventurer? I hate goblins. What is your likes? I like to kill goblins. It's just... just assume that everything anything you ask him has to do with goblins. So, yeah. He is also the only character completely CGI at almost all times, which is really fucking distracting and doesn't really mean anything. Like, why? Why is he CGI animated? Can't you do all the shit he's doing just as easily, if not even better, if he was just hand animated? Like, are you just doing this because he like, because it's CGI and it's cheaper, despite how jarring it looks, because he doesn't look like he's in the same fucking space as all the other characters. Okay. Then let's get to the priestess girl, who is pretty much our main character, because she's the one we get introduced to first. Like I said, I don't even remember her fucking name if she's even given one. So that shows you how fucking memorable she is right off the bat. And I just finished watching episode 3, like, not too long ago. She is just the typical, I'm nice, I want to help, I want to be an adventurer, but I'm just too nice, I don't like to hurt people. Fuck off. She gets her powers from goddesses and whatever. She uses, like, goddess magic and whatever. And she is, like, the lower level to the Goblin Slayer. He's the fucking master. But he doesn't actually teach her anything unless it has to do with killing goblins. So, very fun. And then there is the childhood friend character, who, again, I'm pretty sure she's never given a name. And if she is, I don't fucking remember it, so good on you there. She's just introduced in episode 2 with, oh, she sleeps in the nude, so she is like, she's in her bed fucking naked, she wakes up, and then she, like, puts her bra on, she goes outside to, she talks out the window, talking to the Goblin Slayer. And, it's like, okay, she's the childhood friend character. Is there anything else to her? Because personality-wise, she's nice, she cooks, she's worried about the Goblin Slayer. And yes, I'm going to keep saying it like that because I find it fun, and it's the only fun I'm having in this video. It's 3 episodes, and you don't give any of these characters any fucking identity. It's just, what the hell? Oh, and then there is the ragtag group of fucking adventurers that show up in episode 3. The elfin girl who's good with a bow, who is a fucking tsundere, or at least I think that's what she is. She clearly has some interest in the Goblin Slayer when she's drunk in episode 3. And she's apparently 2,000 years old, even though she doesn't act like it. Why do you make them 2,000? Why do you make them thousands of years old if it doesn't play into their fucking character? You know, she acts like a fucking, like, spoiled teenager. You know, spoiled teenager. I don't know why I did that with my neck, but spoiled teenager. And it's just, okay, if you're 2,000 years old, why are you acting this way? You know? And then there's the dwarf guy, who is just a fat asshole, and he's always having, like, a fucking match with like a bickering competition with the tsundere elf person. Then there is the possibly racist lizard person who is, like, Cherokee or Indian or something. I don't know. I don't. Like, I was so fucking disinterested. He's just, like, everything he does is like, I need to honor my ancestors and honor my people and whatever. He has like a fucking crown made of feathers on his head or something. So I'm assuming he's like Cherokee or Indian or something. Like, I'm not very cultured, I'll fucking admit that, but, like, I'm just, I don't fucking know. I honestly couldn't be bothered. Let's talk about the action now, because the characters aren't going anywhere. The action isn't too bad, it's run-of-the-mill. Like, the standout moments are just, no, there's no real standout moments so far. So, yeah. The action is run-of-the-mill. It happens like a couple times an episode. Yeah. The music is forgettable. Like, even the opening and endings, they're just forgettable. Voice acting is alright, I guess. Plot is boring. I already said the plot. Yeah, this show has nothing going for it. So why is it as big as it is? Well, I think that has to do with the rape scene in episode 1. And people think it's like controversial, edgy, and whatever. I'm like, no. First of all, the show doesn't even have the balls to actually show you the rape scene. It's just, this character gets her clothes ripped off, and then she's in the position where she could be raped. But, like, as soon as, like, the character, one of the goblins shows up and looks like he's about to be in a position where he's gonna rape this girl, it just cuts away. And it's like, okay, you don't even... Like, I would give this show a lot more points if it had the balls to actually show the rape scene. Because at least it would have something, you know? And at least, you know, to be fair, I can't think of a whole lot of anime where a character gets raped. Like, not even on screen, but, like, implied that a character got raped. Because I can't think of a few. The only one I can think of, Rin Daughters of Nemosity, where characters are raped. I think that was actually how the series ended too, is the main character gets raped and then killed and eaten. Or eaten then killed, whatever. And Dead Man Wonderland, because they're in a prison, so obviously the female characters and many of the male characters would probably get raped. But it's like, it doesn't really talk or show anything about it. It kind of does a little bit in one of the later episodes, but that's about it. So, yeah, this show is not worth your fucking time. Now, I had more than I had to say, more to say than I thought I was going to, but that's because I split up my thoughts into different sections. But I would like to talk a little bit about Zombieland Saga, because I only saw 2 episodes of that show, because it was all I could find on Funimation at the time. And honestly, I don't have much to say beyond that. Zombieland Saga is a show about a girl, Sakura Minamoto or something, and she gets killed and turned into a zombie. And what happens is obviously the logical next step. She, as a zombie, you turn her into a pop idol. And she's gonna save, like, Idol Saga or something. Because that's the logical next step. The show is just balls to the walls, just fucking insanity. You know, it's like Kill la Kill on crack, if that's even possible. It's just, it bounces from one thing to the next, and with its comedy, it just keeps throwing joke after joke after joke after joke. And so fast you can't even really process it. And so, like, you have no choice but to laugh. But, I don't know if I like this show either. You know, like, I'm a little bit more on the fence with this show, because I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Goblin Slayer, I think, is actually a terrible fucking anime. It's just got big because of the rape scene. But this show is fucking weird, man. It is fucking weird. There's a rap battle in episode 2 where Sakura and the biker chick have the biker zombie chick have a fucking rap battle, and it's like, I watch it in English, okay, because I prefer watching things in English, and I'm watching, and like the characters are speaking English, but then as soon as the rap battle starts, they start rapping in Japanese or Korean or Chinese or whatever. I can't fucking understand it either way. And it's like, what the hell is going on? It's hilarious, but what is going on? It's just, yeah. That's basically it. The animation for that show is really good when it wants to be, but there are a lot of moments where I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cheap. Voice acting is pretty good for what they're trying to do, and music isn't memorable there either. It's just whatever. with Goblin Slayer, it feels like everything that you would want in everything that you would probably watch Goblin Slayer for has been done in many other anime and done better. If you want gory, visceral action, go watch the original Berserk. If you want characters in a guild getting assignments from like a little assignment board because they're in a guild, go watch Fairy Tail. If you want anime with a character getting raped for whatever reason, you crazy fuckheads, go watch Ring Daughters of Nemosity. Or go watch hentai, you crazy fucks. Totally not judging. But, yeah, it's... Why? Why watch this show? I'll tell you why you watch this show. You watch it just to fucking understand why people on the internet watch it. And I am not getting that hour and a half of my life back. Whatever. If you guys like Goblin Slayer, let me know in the comment section down below why you like it, because I don't understand why people like it. I'm probably gonna watch Zombieland Saga later tonight, but if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to recording Wind Waker, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.